Like what we do, for example, is we offer free inquiry removal for anyone who wants it. No, anyone who wants it. I offer for free.
No way.
Yeah, we'll remove people's inquiries for free because, there's so many people out there that don't get results, that pay for something, they don't get anything. So anyone who's watching this, I'll remove your inquiries for free.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Execute Podcast. I am your host, Herman Dulce, the Haitian CEO, and I have an amazing episode today. We're going to talk about funding. We're going to talk about capital and how to get, 100,000, 200,000, whatever. We're not going to put a limit on it.
You're not going to put a limit.
But but you sent me the receipts.
Yeah, I did.
$1.5 million in funding. We're going to talk about how our guest today, CEO of Let's Get Funding, Evan Rugen. Thank you for coming on the show today.
Thanks
I really appreciate it, bro. All the way from New York.
Yeah, of course,
Thank you
bro.
so much. You took this flight to Atlanta. It's dope.
Well, when someone offers you a flight to the moon, you don't ask where the seat is. You could have been like, hey, we're shooting in Hawaii. I'd be like, okay, cool. See you there.
That's very good. I got to remember that.
Yeah.
That's very, very good. I'm honored to have you on here, bro. We've kept in touch over the years. Mm-hmm. I think it was 2021, bro, when I was doing my mentorships and classes.
Yeah.
Like during the pandemic where everybody was still wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something, right? You gave me Signature Credit Union. I remember you gave me that bank.
I think so, yeah.
Yes, you gave me that bank. And
yeah.
We ran so many clients through there.
Great.
You was like, I'm giving it to you. Don't put it on the internet. just fund your clients because I don't want you to burn it out.
Yeah.
And bro, it was an absolute blessing.
Yeah.
LetsGetFunding.com.
Yeah.
Go check it out. Bro, let's talk about your funding journey. How'd you get into this game? Why are you still in this game? We're going to talk about systems. We're going to talk about how you raised $1.5 million.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about how you went to go see your CEO. So you have a CEO running your company, and this thing clearly has grown over the last 5 years. Mm-hmm. Let's start from the beginning. How'd you get into funding?
I'm going to answer that, but I do first want to give you your flowers. Just to tell you just the admiration and respect I have for you. It's like, before, when you're, I don't know if you ever had this moment, but when you're learning about something, it's the first phase is, business credit, business funding, or whatever you want to do. When you're uninformed optimism, you were the first video I ever saw. It was you and Amegy, the mortgage guy.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, who is this guy? It's like it's like, you're truly an entertainer, but it's also, I think a lot of people can get lost in the entertaining aspect, but there's also education behind it.
Right.
So you're very talented and very funny. Another hilarious quote. I don't know if you remember this. We were in Philadelphia. It was 2021. It was like an event you had.
Yeah.
And I asked a question, and you're like, "Yes, Evan, the only white guy here."
Yeah. Literally the only white guy in the room.
Oh my god! I looked up like, this guy.
I was like, I'm not gonna forget his name.
Hilarious. He's so funny. So funny. So yeah, happy to be here, man, and just blessed to be in your presence. But what was the question?
The question was, how'd you get into this game? You're still in it 5, 6, 7 years later. How'd you get in it?
I mean, I've definitely realized everyone who's gotten, or a lot of people have gotten into credit or funding is because something else went left. Something else. There was an issue, or they needed to fix their own problem. And I always say there's really 6 phases of credit, which I'll walk you through. But my credit, I started in phase 1. Mm-hmm. Had a bunch of real estate. I think you may have had sort of a similar story to yourself. Bunch of real estate. I'm a New York City guy. I bought leased a car during COVID, paid it 3 years in advance because it's a lease. And then I had the car insurance lapse, got a collection on my credit. Okay. Had a bunch of inquiries from buying real estate. And very quickly I realized I go to refinance my real estate portfolio. A bunch of real estate is on bridge loans. And I'm like, I can't refinance. It's investors' money. It's like, okay, if I don't fix my credit, I'm cooked here. I lose the portfolio. So level 1, I had to fix my credit. I was so uneducated on credit. I remember counting down the days until inquiries fell off my credit. I'm like, all right, only 6 more months before these inquiries fall off.
Wow.
Until I got educated. I got into the New York credit scene and learned about how to remove inquiries, late payments, collections, derogatories. I had everything. I had everything on my credit. Previous addresses, all that stuff. So level 1 was fixing my credit. I had to go through that first, right? Fix my credit. I'm like, okay, great. I can refinance. I save my portfolio. Okay. Then I'm like, okay, I started learning. I'm like, that's sort of where you came into the picture. Level 2 is, okay, how do I build out my credit? How do I strengthen my file? Because you can have a bunch of credit 1 on your profile, but, you're not going to get any lending with a bunch of tier 1 credit. I had to get the Amex, the Chase, increase my credit limit, remove previous addresses, all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. Now I'm the hot girl at the bar. Level 3, let me learn about business funding. Let me actually use this to scale. And again, you can't skip steps here. Level 1, fix your credit. Level 2, build out your credit now that there's not any negative items. Level 3, non-doc funding. Able to get no revenue-based loans, 0% interest on the business side to scale my real estate portfolio. Okay, cool. That's great. Now I have some money coming into my business. Now you're at level 4. That's bank statement-based loans. People like QuickBooks, various banks. After there's money coming into your business, you can get more lending. Level 5, tax return-based loans. Okay, now you have your first good year of taxes. Boom, that's done. And then level 6, that's several years of taxes, P&L, balance sheet. That's SBA lending. So I walked down that exact path, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now we help our customers do the same thing.
And that's how you got to $1.5 million in funding.
$1.5 million of funding. And honestly, I'm only at level 4. I've only gone to fix my credit, build up my file, non-doc funding, bank statement funding. I haven't submitted a tax return yet. I haven't gotten SBA yet. So I think I can get another $500,000 just on bank statements. And then what I probably could do, and for those that are listening, I haven't gotten any of my funding doesn't have any UCCs. That will be the last play because after you get a UCC, obviously, then you can't get another one. I'll get up probably $2 million and then probably 2 more lines of credit for $500,000 each to get me to $3 million.
That was a whole masterclass. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of the Execute Power. No, the levels was crazy.
Yeah.
And it's in your brain. You just did that in 90 seconds. So we're definitely going to clip that up and make that a reel.
Go crazy,
That's going to
man.
be absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, so you got $1.5 million and you've leveraged it to do what?
Grow my real estate portfolio further at the beginning, and then honestly just grow my current funding company. Let's Get Funded.
Really?
Yeah. And I know this. I always see the comments. People are like, oh, he charges a success fee, all that stuff. We have a school community for a low ticket. If you want to try and run these plays yourself, every single play is laid out there, data points, everything you need. Not really stuff you can put on YouTube because then the internet will take hold.
Yeah.
But if you want to try and run these plays yourself, I have a bunch of other business funders in there, other people in credit. And the thing is, it's like we're not selling tires. We're not selling wallpaper. It's such a big addressable market. These are banks with billions of dollars to lend out. Trillions of dollars, exactly. So it's all there for someone who just wants to check it out. And also there's free content too.
So 2 of your, and you know what, bro? I'm in your community. I get the notifications all the time.
Every day, man.
Every day I get a notification from your school community. So the 2 businesses that you have, your bread and butter, are real estate and the funding company.
I would say, I mean, you know this. It's real estate. Money is everywhere but in your pocket. So I'd say 90-10 now. 90 funding, 10% real estate. Because look, let's go back to the school community. That one community get notifications on does about $50,000 a month. I won't be able to break this down in my head, and my calculator's right there on the floor. You can see it.
Yeah.
50,000. If I was going to do $50,000 in real estate revenue, think about how much real estate, how many headaches, and how much I'd have to own to get that.
Yeah, bro.
It's a lot easier to fix a hyperlink than a pipe.
You'd have to have millions in real estate.
Millions to
cash flow 50,000. Yeah.
So that's $600,000. Whatever the number is, 600,000 times 20.
Yeah.
That's how much real estate you need to own to make $50,000 a month.
Right. Yeah. It's a different game. Yeah.
Yeah. And I tried that game because that's what everyone was pushing. But I like this game a lot more.
So, where do I want to go with this? I want to stick to the real estate.
Yeah.
What is the long-term play with your real estate though? Like, because you're continuing to build a portfolio. Is this a little retirement plan? Is it just like
it's just kind of
a tax thing? What are you doing?
It's a tax thing for sure. Absolutely a tax thing. But also people know I have access to capital now. So now a deal will come my way. It's like, okay, I will buy it if it's 50 cents on the dollar. I'm not looking for deals. If someone floats a deal my way, I will purchase it. But really not doing very little with the real estate.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'll put it to you like this. Like what I'm more interested in is acquiring businesses, which everyone says online, buy a laundromat, buy this. But I like the boring businesses and the business that people don't think of. Like I have a friend, shout out Anthony Henriquez. He just got his alarm license. And I thought about that business. Think about that. Recurring revenue. Everyone needs an alarm in their business. Subscription. Yeah, and think about how annoying alarms are. I hate my alarm in the morning. No one wants to do that business. And so I'm like, I'm not going to start an alarm business tomorrow, but just like stuff like that.
Right, right.
You know?
So you're into business acquisition. That's the phase you're in now with the capital that you raise
I
instead
am,
of real estate.
Yeah. With the capital I'm raised, I'm continuing to grow my own company. I mean, I have 50 employees and spend $100,000 a month on
Payroll?
just Facebook ads. Payroll is more than that. But people to grow a business, people think you have to add something new. It's like, no, I'm just going to continue doing more of what I'm doing.
Already doing.
Yeah.
People don't get that. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
They're like, all right, what's next? I'm like, nothing, just more ad spend.
More ad spend.
More employees, more people.
It's math at that point.
Correct.
If I did $1 million and I spent $100,000 on ads, well, guess what I'm going to spend next month? $200,000.
Correct.
And just we look at the numbers like, oh, we're going to continue to do this. So you're doing $100,000 on ads to get new funding clients.
Yeah.
So now you're talking my game. Now you're talking systems.
Cool.
Right?
Let's do it.
So I remember I didn't make my first $1 million until I hired Damaris, my CEO.
How's she doing, by the way?
She's doing amazing.
I always hear in the stories. It's hilarious.
Damaris, she's been amazing. Shout out to Damaris.
Yeah.
She took me from 6 to 7 figures, right? In her first year, because she came from Amazon and she was doing logistics for Amazon. So she just took systems, put it on my business, and we've been growing ever since. How has systems helped your business, and what systems have you put into place to grow your funding company?
I mean, there's so much going through my mind in terms of systems and operations, but I'll put it to you like this, like your goal as a business owner is to put as many levers in your favor as humanly possible. I'll give you a great example, something that we just started doing about a month ago, which is just gangster. So the guy who bought Regal Cinema, I can't remember his name. Okay, bought Regal Cinema. Everyone's like, "Why are you doing? Why are you doing that?" He bought it, whatever, a bunch of years ago. I don't have the exact specifics, but the point is, the reason he bought it is because he realized that when people go to a movie, they just sat in the dark for 20 minutes. He's the one who introduced, "Hey, let's run ads right now." Okay, and
he's the one that came up with that.
Yeah, the guy who bought Regal Cinema, and he made billions of dollars, or whatever, and he completely changed the unit economics of Regal Cinema. Okay. Where I'm going with this is you take Zoom calls and Google Meets or whatever, right? What happens when the people join your Zoom meeting?
In the waiting room.
They're just sitting there.
They're just sitting there.
So what I do is I run I run like a 2 to 3 minute video about Let's Get Funded, about trust, about results, about everything about us, about your salesperson. And we don't let them in for 2 to 3 minutes. We let them sit there until they have viewed it, because again, people doubt what they're told, but they accept what they conclude themselves. So if they watch that and we don't even say anything about it, we just know that they got indoctrinated, they view the content for 2 to 3 minutes, and then we admit them into the call and increased our, close rate by, 6 to 7%, which on $100,000 of ad spend is substantial. There's like a lot of different things we do like that.
I want to stop the podcast.
Yeah.
Go take notes, because that was crazy. You're right, bro.
Yeah.
I just have a Bella Sloan Academy reel, like my logo's
which is
running,
better than most.
Which is better than most.
Yeah.
Everybody, but you're writing a whole ad while they're sitting there and intentionally making them sit there for 2 to 3 minutes.
Right.
That's a crazy
And
gem.
to the next step, if we're really getting gangster with it, I've instructed my sales team and myself to admit them while the other person is exiting the call. So there's a 5 to 10 second overlap of they can see I'm busy and you're in line. You're and that's how we sort of get the frame. Yeah.
Nasty. Where'd you learn that from?
You just
Is that mentorship, or that
is made up?
You just made up.
I just made it up.
You just learned that as you're doing your business.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And that's what a lot of it is, man, is testing, seeing what works, what doesn't. There's plenty of things I've tried that just didn't work, but also there's things that I've tried like that just like, oh yeah, that's hitting right now.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's top tier.
And there's a lot of different things we do like that to just, again, put the game in our favor as much as possible.
Can you give us one more, bro?
Can I give you one more? Yeah, sure. I got you.
Okay.
And this is gonna actually the gift I'm gonna give you. I spend about $2,000 a month to get the highest clearance of LexisNexis. So that's my free gift to you.
Okay.
Is your complete life story.
Great.
Everyone you're related to, every LLC you're in. By the way, are you Taxes or Ghetto LLC?
Yes.
I saw that. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Yes. Tax or Ghetto LLC. Yes.
I saw that, man. Yeah, I have it for you on my phone. I'll send it to you. But
that's wild.
yeah, I've every and by the way, anyone who's watching, he's got a clean record. He's all good. But everyone that joins a call, I will try and look up their LexisNexis and find out what their backstory is. For example, we had a guy who joined a call a couple weeks ago. I take some sales calls every once in a while just to stay fresh, and I was able to look up before the call because I have his first and last name. I'm like, okay, he's located in Colorado. All his LLCs are real estate located. He has like a paving business, right? So he's like a general contractor type guy. So I didn't say that. I'm like, hey, I didn't stalk your whole life story. I pretty much just altered my pitch a little bit so it was real estate focused. And again, I know his uncle, his aunt. I knew he had a traffic ticket in 2020 his whole life. So at the end of the call, of course, he paid, and he kind of was about to get off the call. He's like, hey, man, yeah, I feel like I kind of know you. I'm like, I feel like I kind of know you too, man.
Wow, that's nuts, bro.
Yeah.
So, and you use that for sales?
Sales, and also just like protection. There's a lot of people that trying to do some, try and, one up or try and run a lick or whatever. And when I could look at their file and I could see, okay, financial crimes, fraud, like a lot of stuff. I'm like, okay, maybe we cancel that appointment, Same with employees too.
Got you. Oh, that's how you vet your employees too.
Yeah. Well, I just run them through that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is two crazy business gems right there, E.
Yeah.
Let's talk about funding.
Sure.
Let's talk about some strategies because it's 2026 right now, bro.
Okay.
And I got decent credit because we have two avatars. Well, we have three avatars. People who have terrible credit, we tell them, go fix your credit and come back.
Right.
We got people who got decent credit, 660 and up. And then we got people who got amazing credit, over 700. Let's talk about my 660s and 680s. They want 50,000 E. What are they gonna do?
I mean, to be real, yeah, they're level one. You have to fix your credit, and you're a consumer in America. You're a consumer in America, and you can leverage those rights to remove things off your report. Again, like we're zapping off student loans left and right, and it's not. We're not removing the debt. The debt still exists. It's just not in your report.
Right.
So like, remember during COVID when everything was under forbearance for everything? That's because it was a natural disaster. Like for a student loan, for example, you can cite a natural disaster. Think the forest fires in LA or the floods in North Carolina. You can cite that to remove negative items on your student loans because it's a federally backed loan. But those are the most extreme examples. It could be like a 20-mile gust of wind, natural disaster, claim hardship, remove it off your credit report.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's something they don't know.
Yeah.
We got to take a commercial break.
Sure.
So, E, is Farah? Does Farah still work for you? Is that her name? Farah. So I got to tell people about this, right?
Yeah.
And this is why mentorship collaboration is so important. You were talking about credit repair at my class.
Yeah.
And then you gave us some crazy gem. I put you on to Damaris, and your VA trained our VAs. Faye.
She always messages me, when are you coming to the Philippines? But she's cool. I don't work with her anymore. Okay. But yeah, she's cool.
Your people actually trained my people on like that student loan stuff, and it actually works. So definitely tap in with E and his amazing company. But yeah, that's a great strategy. So 660, 680, they still need to fix their credit. And that's what I be trying to tell people. I'm like, guys, it's got to be, we're at 700 now. I know for a long time we were saying 680. Yeah. But we got to get you to 700.
It's definitely higher. But I will say for those people, if you do have a business and you have a low credit score, run your money through QuickBooks. QuickBooks gave me, and you'll see on the receipts, they gave me $300,000 based on receivables without a credit check. Wow. So if you have a low credit score, and you're processing your money somewhere and you have a business that's making money, put it through QuickBooks. That is the easiest lending that you will get.
When you mean put it through QuickBooks, what do you mean? So I have a Stripe account, or are you saying like they should use QuickBooks as their merchant account?
Yeah, they should process their money through QuickBooks.
Okay.
It's good for tax compliance as well. I processed some money through Stripe, but like their money is really bad. It's like they offered me, I think, $65,000 last week as like an advance, and it was like $12,000 up front or $12,000 off the top. And then like a fee, and I'm like, I'm good on that. The QuickBooks money is like 10 to 11%, and it's deposited the next day.
Yeah, that's a great gem right there. So you're just coming in with a hot. This is pretty good.
For people that don't know me, I have to come with value.
You have to come.
I'm not coming to motivation. If you guys are watching a podcast on YouTube, you are motivated. That's out of the way. You guys are here to learn. We're here to provide. Yeah.
All right. I got a 700. I got a good credit profile. Good credit profile means 700. Not maxing out my credit cards. Low inquiries. I got my credit cards are 2, 3, 4 years old. The limits are 5 to 10 grand. I'm coming to you, E. How can I get my first? We're gonna go easy. How can I get 50,000 real quick?
50,000. How old is the LLC?
2 years.
Yeah, and again, this is truly, I see the thumbnails that everyone posts. No one's talking about this. No one talks about this. LexisNexis. No one talks about LexisNexis. And what I mean by that is what LexisNexis is a collection of data on you as a person or on your LLC. You need to be verifiable. They need to know without a shadow of a doubt that you're not identity theft. For example, like a lot of people might not agree with this, but people say virtual addresses for years. My $1.5 million of funding has came from my personal address. Every call I'm on with the banker, I'm sitting in my kitchen, in my home office, right? And the people I'm talking to on calls are also home. And I think banking is changing that way. But I'll tell you, when you use a virtual address, a lot of times in LexisNexis, it pulls up as a yellow flag and it says, this may be attached to a post office or a commercial address, right? So to get that $50,000, you want to make sure without a shadow of a doubt you're verifiable. How do you become verifiable? You need to have a lot of different data points connected to you. What do I mean by that? Things like Dun & Bradstreet, things like Experian and Experian business data, any corporate filings. They need to be able to connect this person to you. Like, okay, I see this on 5 different documents and it's a green flag. It says high document count. And that way they know you're a real person. Obviously, opening a bank account is helpful. Obviously, depositing money is helpful. And the counter argument to that, well, a lot of people always say, you've heard people say, oh, freeze your LexisNexis, do that.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that because then you'll never get any funding because the bank can't verify you're a real human being. What you want to do, if your LexisNexis is messed up or there's some you can't be able to verify, you need to look at the data where LexisNexis is getting its source and correct it at the source. So don't freeze your LexisNexis.
Especially when you're trying to get funding.
But back to the task at hand, $50,000. I would say, obviously, Chase, there's no secret on that. But there's nuance here. Chase has changed. And here's some game, is that it used to be, throw $1,000 in the bank account and go for funding the next day. Now, we like to advise $5,000 in the bank account and wait 5 days. Yeah, it's a subtle difference, but it really matters.
It really matters.
It really matters. And if you do it right, Chase is still printing. We're still getting the $75,000, $50,000 approvals, but you have to do it the right way, and you have to be verifiable. So Chase obviously is easy. We do a lot with Elan Financial. We do a lot with U.S. Bank. We do a lot with Amex. On the personal loan side, Lightstream, SoFi, stuff like that, they still are very solid.
You said, what banks did you say after Chase?
Elan Financial.
Yeah. So there's a lot of, and that's an underwriter for several banks out here.
Many banks.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
So with Elan Financial, if I go to one bank that does Elan Financial, like Ameris, right? Can I go to another bank, that's backed by Elan, underwrites by Elan Financial, and get another high limit credit card, or are they chopping me off at the knees? Like what's your
my personal profile, I have gotten $80,000 from Elan Financial.
How many lending institutions?
4.
That's pretty good, bro.
Which
that's 20
I've
apiece.
Never heard anyone get that.
No.
I think it's 37, 10, 10. What is that up to? What is that? 70, 80, 90. Yeah, I think it's like maybe it's 37, 25, 10, 10, but it's in the 70 range.
Okay.
For a normal consumer, what we do is lending institution 1 by Elan, lending institution 2 by Elan. That's like 25 plus 25,000.
And then you're done.
Yeah.
You won't touch it at Elan Bank anymore.
Not in the first round, maybe second round after they paid it off.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is all, we're going like really technical right now. So I don't know what your audience is. I feel like they're technical people, or I don't know what they are.
Different levels. Yeah. So
yeah, but this is all business funding on the business side at 0% for 18 months.
Yeah. And
the example I always love to give here to personify it is that the bank is a person. What Elan Financial is saying is, hey Herm, here's $25,000 for 18 months. You don't have to pay any interest. So you have to start paying me interest in, what is that, September of 2027?
2027,
That's
bro.
insane.
It's insane.
It's insane.
It's insane. And leveraging that to build cash flow. I said this on a previous podcast. Cash is not king. Credit is not king. Cash flow is king.
Correct.
So if I could leverage 18 months of 0% interest with a cash flowing asset, like it's absolutely amazing.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely amazing. So go ahead. Continue with your funding process.
Yeah. I mean, those are the easy hitters right there. I mean, and obviously, depending on what state they're in, but the first 100, Chase, Elan, Amex.
Do you do Wells Fargo?
A little bit. And I would say in 2026, they're going to start to get more aggressive. Bank of America will actually start to get more aggressive.
When you mean aggressive, what do you mean?
They're going to lend more on the business side.
Why do you feel that?
I know that because Wells Fargo, they had a lot of sanctions, like government sanctions, and I don't know what it was exactly, but they kind of were handcuffed for a couple of years. Now they're like good to go. Okay. And they lost out on a lot of business with everyone going to Chase. And again, like you have to understand these banks move. Chase was lending out so much because Silicon Valley Bank, blew up out of nowhere, and they got all these deposits. So they're like, all right, what do we do with all this cash? The easiest way to get it back onto the street is consumer lending. So that's why they were doing that. That's one of the factors. And same with Bank of America. They missed out on a lot of new account opening, and they want to sort of get back into the game. And I opened a bank account with Bank of America, which I never thought I'd do.
Really? Why?
They were just I don't know. They just kind of seemed to sleep for the last couple of years.
Okay.
But I'm getting more promotions in the mail.
I am too.
I can feel it a little bit.
Every time I log on to my account to pay my car note, it pops up. Hey, you want some money? I'm like, no, we're good.
Yeah.
Right. What I do like about Bank of America is that you can get more than one credit card with one inquiry.
Yeah.
If you get it within the next 30 days. So I love banks that allow double and triple dipping.
And they have we're doing a lot of like revenue-based loans right now. We're doing a few lines of credit through Bank of America, through people who actually have revenue. We're doing a $400,000 line of credit for someone right now. I'm trying to say this without saying too much. They have a very popular restaurant in the Boston area, and it's like surprising that a bank will give a restaurant $400,000. Yeah,
high risk,
but they're doing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Bank statements.
Bank statements and taxes.
Yeah. Really, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Bank of America really trying to get back in the game.
Yeah.
I actually love it.
Yeah.
Do you have one or two small banks? Like, give us one, because I don't want you to give too much away. Right?
Yeah.
They got to tap.
Because I know if I say it, they'll just get completely flooded.
They just got to go to the school community.
Yeah.
Can you give us?
Well, no, I'll give you one. Like,
give me one.
Just to watch out for. Like, another one is Amegy Bank. Amegy. Yeah, they just bought a bunch of or collaborate with a bunch of different banks, and like they're gonna get aggressive in 2026. Like non-doc loans up to $50,000. I personally have not done one yet. I want to put that disclaimer, but I know that is coming through my sort of relationship manager group chats. Yeah.
I think that's a secret for anybody who's trying to get lending or is trying to start a funding company. Relationship managers is kind of like our secret weapon.
100%.
Yeah. Like I have a great relationship manager. Shout out to Deb at PNC, right?
How are they doing? I haven't done much with them.
They're doing good, but it's changed though. So you understand what happened in 2000, 2001, 2002. They were printing money. There was money everywhere. No doc loans. You could just get money and it was easy. And a lot of and I got to take a little bit of responsibility for this. We taught people how to get the money. We didn't teach people what to do with the money.
100%.
And they blew the money, bro.
Right.
Like I was giving people $50,000 and I saw them in the Louis Vuitton line. Like I saw it with I was like, what are you doing here? When you have Louis Vuitton money?
Yeah.
Right? No, they're just like, oh, it's a business expense. I was like, that's not what it's for. Like anyway, that's another story.
Yeah.
So Ms. Deb, my relationship managers, I have good relationships with them. And they know I send them good people. Right. So like, hey, Ms. Deb, got somebody 700, 720 credit score. I'm sending them in. And, she would get them 20, 30, 40, 50 grand.
Which is great.
Like, which is great.
Yeah.
Hey, Herm, things have changed. And she'll call me and let me know that 700 credit score, they got to deposit 3,000. It's got to sit for 30 days. Yeah. And then I'll maybe get them 25, but I could definitely get them 20.
Right.
So we're having the conversation. So now I know when I'm vetting people to go help them get funding, I know, hey, I can get you to PNC. I know they pull from Experian. I need you to make this deposit. Right. And it'll come back in 30 days and Ms. Deb will take care of you. Ms. Deb even told me, hey, they might need to open up a merchant account with me. Right. Because the more products you have, the better it is. So relationship managers give you these certain data points and help you get a better avatar in your funding company.
There's a name attached to the application. It's like your name goes on the top of the pile when it goes through a relationship manager, because the bank knows that, hey, this is a human being. This is a vetted person. This isn't just someone who stole an identity and applied for something online.
Absolutely. Now you've grown your business to more than 7 figures, right?
Yeah.
I want to talk about business right now. And, what business looks like in 2026. You talked about a little bit of ads, but people who are trying to grow whatever business there is, or they're trying to get into the funding company, what information that's ubiquitous that you can add that you've learned in 2025, 2024 that's making you grow your business right now?
Man, so much. And this is stuff that this isn't something I just learned on YouTube. I've paid for education.
Yep.
You know, I was
Mentorship
at the
is key.
Amegy event. I paid about $50,000 a year for a private mastermind to get access to this information. But if you really want to break it down, it's advertising, setting, closing, fulfillment. Advertising, letting people know you exist, which you are elite at. You know, I haven't seen your systems, but you are so good at that, man.
Thank you.
Advertising, letting people know you exist, right? Setting, conditioning them to buy, getting them ready to purchase something from you. That can be through your YouTube channel, through your online reviews, through word of mouth, through whatever that is, right? Condition them to buy. Down to the Zoom loading screen. That's sort of all that stuff. Closing, making sure you have a very concise offer and whatever it is, and very clear about what you're offering them and getting them over the finish line, having them sign the X like Malcolm. And then fulfillment, actually making sure that you are providing what they paid for. And those things need to grow at the same level. Let's say your advertising you have best advertising, you're at a $300,000 a month there, best setting 300, best closing 300, but your fulfillment's $50,000, you're only going to make $50,000 a month. So they have to grow at the same level.
They have to grow at the same level.
Yeah. So that's sort of how I look at it. And I analyze it every day. Like, hey, how's our advertising? How's our setting? And I would say right now, like just this week, we're struggling with, hey, our setting isn't great because our new leads, they aren't getting a call within 3 minutes. I need to get more setters. I need to set more. I need to get more Google reviews. I need to make sure BBB is up to date. That's why I'm here right now. I need to be on the internet more on YouTube because a lot of people have a lot of stock and trust in YouTube because it's more long form. And if you're on YouTube, you're there to learn something, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the high level.
Wait 1 second. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I had to take 30 seconds to let you know about this amazing mentorship Bella Sloan Academy that we have. Listen, the guests that are on the show, they actually come to our class and teach our mentees everything about crypto, real estate, credit repair, funding your own business, setting up a trust. Listen, AI is the future and you need a coach to teach you those things. Inside of Bella Sloan Academy, you have access to all these coaches, and all of our classes are live and in person, and you get the recordings of these calls. We don't meet once a week, twice a week. We meet up to 9 times a month, and I don't want you to miss a class to elevate yourself. Click the link in the YouTube description. Our classes are only $50 a month. That's only $600 a year to change your life. Let's get back to this amazing episode. I'll talk to you soon. You're calling people within 3 minutes?
Oh, yeah.
Of a sale or what?
Of a lead, yeah. I mean, I think that the stat is like the likelihood of someone to transact goes up like 400% if you can call them within the first minute. We were doing a demo last week and they're like, all right, I want to see what your sales pipeline looks like. And we got a new lead and they did get a call within I think it was in like a minute and a half.
Hermosi taught you that?
Hermosi didn't, I'd say he enforced it. He enforced it. Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm behind.
No, you're not.
No, bro. That's crazy. A call within 3 minutes is wild. How many setters or callers do you have? Salespeople.
We have, and they sort of serve different roles. There's people, and there's 2 different types of setters. You know, I don't want to get too technical, but there's the setters where someone maybe has shown interest in their job is to get them over the finish line to get on the call. But then there's the setters, which can be a virtual assistant that they're more so confirming, hey, you're showing up to the call, right? So probably 5 or 6.
5 or 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, you're serious.
Yeah.
And this is serious investment back into your business.
Yep.
Not going to Louis Vuitton.
Right. I don't have a car. I don't have a watch. Yeah. I'm just not interested in those things. Yeah.
No way, bro.
Yeah. I Ubered here in a minivan.
No way.
I've also been like thinking about this. Like, I think if someone offered me a Lamborghini for free and I couldn't resell it, I don't know if I'd want it. I truly don't know if I'd want it.
Why are you there mentally?
I'm just because I see the same things you see on Instagram of the Lambos or whatever it is, and I just wouldn't want the mental strain of where's my car right now? Is someone gonna pop the window? Like, is someone gonna steal it? Like, I just don't care about that.
Can I tell you a funny story?
Yeah.
Did you see my wife gave me a Corvette for my birthday?
No.
So my wife gave me it was my dream car.
Oh, a while ago.
Yeah, it was
right?
like 4 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Cherry red,
Yeah.
red guts,
Yeah.
black rims. The thing is
Sick.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
I got it 4 years ago. I think in 4 years I put 3,000 miles on it.
Mhm.
Right? How do I know this? Because the battery dies all the time. Right? Because I never started.
Right.
Right? I never started. So it's gotten towed 6 times out of my garage,
Oh
get
my
it started,
God.
and they bring it back to my house. So I kind of understand what you're saying because I rarely drive it.
And there's nothing wrong with doing that
Nothing
stuff.
wrong with it, but I was like, I would have never. It was my dream car for a reason.
Yeah.
Because I never would have paid for it.
Yeah.
But she got it for me. I'm like, okay, great.
Damn.
I rarely drive it.
Yeah.
I rarely drive it. But that's actually very funny. So you keep it really low and you just throw all your money back into the business.
Yeah.
So what's the exit then? Like if you keep throwing it back into business, are you going to sell this thing one day, or are you just passionate about what you do right now?
I think it's a scenario where when you've been in a lot of businesses that have failed, and you do this business, you're, oh, this is working, I want to do more of this, you know? And I look at my employees' perspective of, if I ever do spend a little bit on a car, which is fine, or a nice watch or whatever, if there's ever an instance where I'm short with payroll or there's some money issue, it's, oh, I haven't bought that car, I haven't bought this. So
Yeah,
I just don't even want to risk that.
You don't even want to risk that.
Yeah.
You keep it super low.
Yeah.
And invest it right back in.
And it's like, I don't want to buy things to impress people that I don't know or maybe don't even like.
Don't even like.
Yeah.
And they don't really like you.
And they don't care.
Yeah,
they don't care about you. Yeah.
The new car feeling goes away very, very quickly. I remember I was my day-to-day is my GMC Yukon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I bought it for like 60 grand.
Right.
Before that, I was driving a 2004 Honda CRV.
Right.
Right. And I made $1 million.
Yeah.
Right. The only reason I got the GMC is because my tax guy was like, you need to buy
6,000 pounds.
Yeah, you need to buy something. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't want to buy my CRV works just fine.
Perfect.
He's like, bro, you need to buy something. I was like, so that's the only reason I got it. I love the truck. It's amazing. But I'm totally there too. I spend money on other things. I spend money on experiences.
Same.
Like where like Disney World, we do the VIP experience and that's super great. What is your splurge though? Because it's not cars and watches. What is it? Mine is trips and experiences.
I like going courtside. Courtside. Yeah. That's a little bit of a
Knicks?
not Nick.
Oh, I was about to say, bro,
Knicks.
no way.
No
way.
That's like, I mean, I've looked into that's like $60,000. Not Knicks.
For
like
one game.
Yeah, it's like some middle market teams like the Suns, the Kings, stuff like that. You know, you can get on the court for like with you and you know, with my girl, it'll be like 8-9K.
Nice. So
you know?
like that experience.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
you
really
fly
cool.
there for free with the points.
Right. Yeah.
And I totally get the experience.
Yeah.
So listen, back to the business in terms of systems. So you're talking about your CEO and against more staff that you have. How many staff do you have in the business?
And this number might sound like a little jarring, and I'm going to put the disclaimer. It's not. They're not all domestic, making you know United States salaries. But the number's about 55. Yeah.
That is jarring.
Yeah.
You have 55 people?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get into your business. Can we talk about the levels? Like,
yeah,
I have 10 salespeople, 14 setters. Like,
I could show you. Maybe we put the graph on the video, but it's a whole Miro chart of everyone. And the beautiful part is after you get to certain income levels, it's like, okay, I just need to add this person, this person, this person, and I go to the next income level. But your exact question was breaking them down?
Yeah, breaking down like the 55. Like, you don't have to go granular, but hey, Herm, I got 10 salespeople. I got a COO.
Yeah.
Like, what does that look like?
Yeah. So
to
again,
make this thing run.
Yeah. So and that's the, you know, when you're starting, and it's something I thought about the other day is that a question I always get all the time is, what if you give all your employees all this stuff and they could run off with the business, right? The larger you grow a company, the less that is a risk because they're so compartmentalized. The guy who's doing sales has no idea how to run a funding app. The guy who's doing funding app has no idea how to advertise. The person who's doing the client onboarding has no idea how to be a school community manager. So again, to break it down, advertising, setting, closing, fulfillment, I'll try and break it down and go top down is so you can understand sort of how this grows. And this is all in my community as well. First, when you first start, you are doing everything. You're doing the advertising, you know, and my metaphor is like a restaurant. You know, you're advertising, hey, come into Red Lobster because that CEO is doing an awesome job right now.
Yeah.
Maybe you're setting them, hey, you know, come on in. You're seating them at the table. You're taking the order, and then you're running to the back and you're making the food or you're making the drink. My first job, which really was able to make me scale, is I'm like, okay, I need to do advertising, setting, closing. I just need one guy who can fulfill. I have one guy that I need a fire chef in the back that can do all that stuff. And then you just go from there and get more and more focused on the roles. I think my next role after that is like, okay, I'm going to be closing and advertising. I need a client success manager between me and my funder to where they onboard and collect all the documents. And then you just get more and more specific. And I think after that, after a certain amount of ad spend, I'm like, okay, now I need to bring in an advertising guy to actually run my ads. Because I didn't quite hit $100,000 a month, but that's really what you're paying for with ads is consistency, you know, because you can't have a 50-person staff and you don't have a podcast that pops, or you don't have a public appearance that pops, or there's an element of randomness there. So you need those ads running in the background to know that the setters will get fed, the closers will get fed, the funding managers will get fed, the client success managers will get fed.
Yeah, that you get fed.
Yeah, I get fed. Yeah. I'm last. But yeah.
That's another thing they don't know. The owner of the business, we always get paid last. You want to make sure everybody eats first.
For sure.
And then we get the crumbs. So
it's
a motivator for us to continue to grind and grow the business so I could eat a little bit more.
Yeah.
Everybody else does. What is the if you were to, well, I'm going to ask you the question.
Yeah.
Who gets the most money? Where do you throw the money most into your business? Like I got $100,000. I give you $100,000 loan free. I give you a grant. Where are you throwing that money into your business where you get the greatest ROI? Aside from ads.
Aside from ads. This is funny, man. I was driving in Dubai about a month ago, and our driver was driving us, and he hadn't spoken the whole time. I didn't know this guy spoke English, and this is a real story. It's crazy. We're at there's a lot of. Have you ever been to Dubai? Yeah, cool. I went for the first time with my girl. It was great. There's a lot of camels there. We're at a camel place. He's like, you know, Evan, it kind of surprised me. And I think he heard me talking to my girl. He's like, there's 3 people at an organization. He's like, there's donkeys. Donkeys don't have a lot of novelty at a farm. They don't really do much. They're kind of just there, whatever. They're kind of frustrating. And he's like, you don't want them at your organization. I'm like, okay. He's like, any donkeys you need to fire. I'm like, okay, got it. He's like, camels. All these camels you see, they're really good for long distances, but you have to direct them. You know, you have to push them out. They're good for long distance. They're stable. They're loyal, but they're not the best. Stallions is what you want in the stable. You need stallions. You need people who you're going to give them their book of business. They're going to take it. They're going to make a bunch of money. They're going to make your company a bunch of money. So I would say, to answer your question in a long-winded way, the best return on investment for $100,000, salespeople.
Salespeople.
Yeah, salespeople, but also salespeople that think outside the box, that are going to answer text messages, that are going to go above and beyond, and join your webinar when you didn't ask them to, or just sort of cliche things, but really put in that extra effort. I mean, we have probably 2 people on our staff that'll make $250,000 in 2026. Yeah.
You just know that.
Yeah, because they're savages. They're not just sitting around. These guys are savages. And for anyone who has a company and they're like, oh, I can't find good help, go on LinkedIn Sales Navigator and post a job right now. We probably have over 1,000 applicants for like 3 roles. And trust me, they're not all good, or maybe they're from a foreign country, or they're not qualified. But there's so many ways you can look at any scenario. Oh, the job market sucks right now. Okay, that means there's great talent out there that's pretty affordable.
It's funny. We're bringing up Alex a lot. But Alex talked about that, Hermosi. He said that maybe the first 10% of your salespeople are making like 50% of the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, it's the top tier, and the rest is just like.
Yeah.
And I never forgot that. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, 3 or 4 people.
No, you will see a difference. This guy, shout out Jeff Tanner. He was in a scenario where he started as a sales manager, previous one, whatever. We stopped working with them. Month 1, I'll show you the Stripe account. Month 1, in December, which is a slow month for info products, blah blah blah, we increased our revenue by 45% the first month.
Just because of him.
Pretty much. I mean, the previous person that was there had about a 12-month leeway to get to that point, and that's the only variable that changed.
Do you know specifically what he did, or what was he doing different?
A variety of different things. I mean, urgency, not making excuses. For example, I was told, hey, people don't really buy on weekends. He's like, what are you talking about? Everyone buys on weekends. So he opened up the calendar on weekends. And like the Stripe dashboard, it's like Monday through Friday was like up here, and then Saturday, Sunday was like down. It was like 0-0. And he just, added on, $3,000 to both of those days. Guess what? There's around 8 to 9 days, weekend days every month.
Yeah.
That's $27,000 in revenue if you're doing 3,000 a day.
So he was like, go ahead. You was like, go ahead.
Yeah,
Open up the calendar.
there's so
Let's
many
see what happens.
Yeah, see what happens. Let's test it. Another thing, we were doing a discount of 20%. He's like, hey, let's bump that up to 15. Hey, on the upfront, we do 500. Let's move that to 550. Because money's only an issue in the absence of value. And these people, there's other companies that charge thousands and thousands of dollars up front, just small changes.
So you're just going to let that slide.
Yeah.
Money is only an issue in the absence of value.
Right.
That is really powerful, right? So I have a $49 a month product, and I have a $10,000 product, right?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, bro, it's easier to sell the 10K.
Yeah, for sure.
Believe it or not, bro.
Yeah.
It's way, way easier to sell the 10K. It's a different avatar, a different person. But in the 10K product, we teach them how to start a funding company. And when you show them, here's what you give them data points to Chase, Wells Fargo, Navy Federal. Just give them the data points. I was like, those 3 banks, you can fund somebody $70,000. Your commission is going to be $7,500. They're like, where do I sign? Right? Because they see like, oh, if I give you 10,000, I can scale this to $1 million company if I choose to. I'm like, yeah. So they see the immediate value. Somebody at $49, they're going to unsubscribe in 3 months.
Yeah. Literally 3 months.
3
I have
months.
the data.
Yeah, you have the data.
Yeah,
It's like our churn rate is like 4 months, right?
Yeah.
I used to get real offended by it. Because at $49, that's $600 a year, and I promise you're getting $1 million worth of information.
Right.
But I think it's something about the mindset. It's always the mindset, and that person doesn't understand the value. What have you seen in the different tiers of avatars or clients in your space? Because that's what I see in my space. Way easier to sell something for a high ticket.
Yeah, yes, I agree with that. I don't have the most data on that right now. I mean, I would. How I would answer that is that if you're watching this and you do want to upsell someone or you want to sell something after, they're only going to upsell if they truly got value from the downsell. They need to extract some value. They're only going to buy the next thing if they get value from the first thing. If you sell something and let's say it's an ebook and they never open it, they're not buying the next thing. So I would just make sure that whoever you're selling, whatever it is, that one, they're actually utilizing it. They're actually utilizing it, and 2, there's a next thing to give them if they get value from the first thing. Like what we do, for example, is we offer free inquiry removal for anyone who wants it. No, anyone who wants it, I offer for free.
No way.
Yeah, we'll remove people's inquiries for free because there's so many people out there that don't get results, that pay for something they don't get anything. So anyone who's watching this, I'll remove your inquiries for free. It's just one bureau. Right, I do one of the bureaus for free. You know which one that is.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Right,
and then they get this beautiful text message of 35 inquiries deleted, and they're like, "Oh wow, that's cool." And then they see the jump in their credit score, and then we call them back 2 days later. Hey, do you want to buy another product? And 9 times out of 10, they're like, "Yes, I would like to do that."
Oh my God, this is one of the best parts. This is good. That is great because I know what barrier you're talking about. It's super easy, quick phone calls.
Yeah.
Yes, and then hey, do you want some funding?
Yeah,
because now I see your credit score.
Correct. Yeah.
I got your LexisNexis. I see you have an LLC.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you, bro.
That was a really good one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why else that's good because what we pivoted to is I don't care if you buy something from me for $3, somebody's gonna call you, right? And what increased my retention is the moment somebody came into my we use Kajabi, not School Group. The moment somebody purchases, we call them.
That's
right?
Great. That's good.
Right. So
people love that.
Were you able to log in? Because some people just buy a product and they don't log in for like a month or 2.
Never log in.
Or never log in.
Yeah.
And I'm getting $40, $50 a month for 90 days. And then that third charge, you're like, I never logged in anyway. Let me cancel the subscription.
Yeah.
So we call them, hey, did you log in? Hey, let's set up your text messages to make sure you get the text message. Hey, our welcome call is next Wednesday to welcome all the new subscribers. It was a pleasure meeting you. You need me. Here's my email.
That's
sick. Just for the $50 you gave me. Now, it is a pain, right, to call hundreds of people. But hey, that's your job.
There's an ROI on that.
Yeah, there's an ROI on that, bro.
Yeah. The first month is when they're most volatile.
Yes.
If you can get through the first month, they likely will be there for 6 months or 12 months, given you're providing value.
Correct. They'll be there longer.
Yeah.
And then what when we saw that increased retention, the next thing we did was 90-day calls. Hey, we can check to see if you've logged in.
Right.
So anybody who's logged in less than 50%, they're getting a phone call. Hey, what's going on? I'm just checking on you. Been busy?
I like that.
Haven't seen you log in a while. Hey, listen, next Wednesday, because we do our call on Wednesday. Listen, we're having a special guest speaker. You have to come to that one. I know you missed some calls. You have to come to that one. That love means a lot. Another thing you talked about, if they didn't get value from the free stuff or even the low ticket stuff, they're not going to buy high ticket stuff.
Right.
Bro, I got people who pay the $10K to do a VIP day with me in Philly, right? Every last one of them say the same thing to me because I got to ask the question, why on earth did you give a total stranger $10,000? But I say it differently. In my head, I'm saying that. I'm like, why did you decide to invest $10,000 in yourself? But I'm asking them, why on earth would you trust me? They was like, they all say the same thing. I saw you on YouTube, so long form content does work.
Yeah,
right.
For
so
sure.
I go on everybody's podcast, and then I get the clips and reels and post them everywhere.
Yeah. And I don't have one yet, but when I do, I got.
Oh yeah, exactly. I'm gonna send you all the clips from this one, right?
Yeah.
So there's like, yo, I was watching you on YouTube. I went down the rabbit hole. You seem to know what you're talking about,
right?
And I did a play, the one play you said about Amegy Bank, and they gave me $25,000,
right?
And I used that $25,000 to come here.
Oh wow!
And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So then I start telling people, hey, I'll give you the money to invest in yourself or invest in me. So I'm doing the free webinars. Because people always say, why you give out so much free information? I was like, well, I got to get you the money to pay me.
Yeah.
You got it to pay me.
Yeah.
And then you invest in yourself and you learn something new.
Yeah.
You talked about, I'm not going to let this slide. You talked about a mentorship that was $50,000 a year.
Yeah.
Or like you're still in it?
Mm-hmm. It's annual. I'll get billed next year too. It's not one time. But it's worth it. It was worth it.
Without getting too much, what do you think the ROI? How long have you been doing it?
I've been in it for 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
You've gotten your money back?
Yes. I got my money back before I joined. I'll tell you how. Is that I went to one of their events and I met an affiliate there. An affiliate being someone who has a product. Who he was telling people or teaching people how to get Airbnbs. Okay, and I'm now the affiliate of their group. I fund all the people that are looking for Airbnbs.
Jesus.
I give them a percentage. So I think this year we funded about $2 to $2.5 million just for that group.
Just on that group.
Just that group. I was paid about $200,000 just from that group. Wrote him a check for $50,000 this year.
So you already got
So I am already $150,000 in the green before I even paid them $1.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was half like the network, half also like the sales stuff.
So what is that? Is that a funding mentorship or is it just a
No, it's
business
just
mentorship?
a business mentorship. Yeah, it's 8-figure boardroom.
8-figure boardroom.
Yeah.
How to scale the business, grow the business, systems,
Yeah, all that
automation.
stuff. Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
So I had a previous podcast where this guy said he has a collection of mentors.
Oh wow.
And I was like, oh wow, he's like I collect them.
Yeah.
And he's like, because they all teach me different things.
Right.
Do you have a collection of mentors, or is like I got this one guy I'm cool with? Like
Not really. You know, there's a bunch of people that I've learned from. Guys like Jeremy Haynes are just electric. You know, guys like Cole Gordon. I've actually never even talked to Cole Gordon, honestly. I'm in his mentorship. I think I have a call with him in a couple of weeks, but I picked up, scraps here and there, but the first person I ever was in a mentorship was Vladimir. Do you know Vladimir, Haitian guy from New York? No. Yeah, he was like the first guy I was ever with. So shout out to Glad. You created a monster.
What's the most important thing you've learned from a mentor that you still use to this day?
Oh man, I mean, there's just so much, man. How do I quantify it? More of a tactical things. All these tactical things. It's not one silver bullet, it's 1,000 silver BBs that make an organization. People are looking for that one thing. I'm like, it's not. That's why it's like, I do some more mentorships. I don't really go that deep into it because I want to start a funding company. I'm like, yo, there's so much that goes into an organization of our size.
What are the levels of mentorship that you have? So I know you have your school community. What's the name of it?
Let's Get Funded Inner Circle.
Let's Get Funding Inner Circle. It's how much a month?
It's $97 a month. It has all my data points, how I've gotten $1.5 million. And anyone who sees this podcast, I will provide Herman's link so you go through him. But I'm saying that so I know to provide you your free LexisNexis.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, anyone who joins Inner Circle gets a free LexisNexis.
This is beautiful.
And I'll tell you why that matters, Herm, is that we had a guy, 780 credit score, ready to get funding. He came from another funding company. This is all scams. It doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't figure it out. He had a 780 credit score. And then I looked at his LexisNexis, and I'm like, hey, who's Steven? And he's like, oh, it's my ex-business partner. He died like 5 years ago. I'm like, okay. Well, on LexisNexis, the credit score the bank uses, it shows that Steven is the owner of your company. So do you think a bank is going to give funding to a dead guy? Probably not.
And that's why he wasn't getting funded.
Right.
And he didn't know
There's
that.
so many small things like that you wouldn't really know of. Oh, I forgot about that address. Oh, I forgot about that tax lien from 1999. Oh, there's so many small things.
So in your mentorship, you teach people how to clean their LexisNexis?
Yes. Yeah. And also I just make them aware of it. No one truly, like, the only people who has it is banks, private investigators, and me. It was like a 9-month process to get it. I paid $2,000 a month for it. So
a month?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But it's worth it.
It's worth it.
Yeah. Because I can come and do like a high value guy like you, and I could actually teach you something, that no one's ever.
And that's your value.
Yeah.
That's very true. Going to high value people with a high value commodity makes them want to, oh, that's interesting. Like, it's a very big deal.
Because you're being thrown so many opportunities, so much stuff is coming at you. It's like, it's hard to juggle it. So, and I obviously don't want anything. I'm just going to give it to you. Hey, check it out. That way you know how you looked at the banks.
Right. And then circle back around.
Not even, just here it is. That way you're aware.
So were you able to get that guy funding afterwards?
Yes. Yeah, we changed the corporate filing so it reflected him as being the owner of his company, and we got him $125,000 for he had like a irrigation company, like water and stuff. I don't know.
How long did the change take to reflect on LexisNexis?
30 days.
That's it.
Yeah. Corporate filing. It was, I can't remember I think it might have been Florida. Sunbiz is pretty quick. Sunbiz, the information feeds to LexisNexis. It was reflected, and then we got him funding.
I love it.
Yeah.
You talked about several rounds of funding.
Yeah.
Somebody 700 credit score got a good business. Let's talk about No Doc. You say you do rounds.
Yeah.
First round we get them 6 figures. How many rounds are you doing?
Well, it depends, how well they do with the bank. If they run up a bill and they have no means to pay it off, or their investment was didn't go well, it's more difficult, of course. But like, for example, Chase, I have a $75,000 card with them. I've been building that relationship for 4 years. My balance is zero. I'm going to get a $25,000 card from them next week and then transfer the balance, so then I'll have $100,000 at 0% for a year. So it makes it easier if they've actually paid off your previous bill. If you haven't, there are other funding rounds we can go to, other places we can go. But I always, say, hey, let's season the account. Just throw some money in the account, let it sit there. That way, when you're ready to go, we'll be ready to attack it.
So when you talk about second round of funding, you're talking about from the previous first round. You're not talking about new lending institutions.
There can be new lending institutions.
Okay.
But also sometimes not. Let's say we go to Chase. Chase reports that debt to the business side. You may have high commercial utilization. It makes it easier to go back to Chase if you've paid down the first round.
Yeah.
Right. But if you haven't, there's other routes we can take. Other banks we can go to.
I love to.
Yeah.
I love that. So you're saying these things. You're going really fast. I'm pretty sure somebody picked up what he just put down. So
yeah, I know. I talk fast.
What did you do with Chase? So you got a $75,000 credit card with Chase.
Yeah.
You paid it down, right?
So I'll go back to the beginning. That's also like
that's
part
a
of the
good gem right there. Yeah.
Yeah. This is again like when I'm watching. By the way, I don't know. Do you remember that podcast you did with MG, the mortgage guy?
Yeah.
Dude, it was one of the best podcast moments I've ever seen in my life.
Why?
You hit him with the best pause I've ever seen.
What do you mean?
Bro, dude, you have to go back and watch it. He was like maybe you'll remember this. He's like, yo, can I go deep but not too deep? You're like, pause.
I do. Like, bro, yeah. I do remember
you guys
that.
were laughing.
And he knows better. He's from New York.
Yeah.
Shout out to MG.
You were so quick with it. You guys were probably laughing for like legitimately 4 minutes. And I'm laughing on the other side too, like on the subway, like losing my mind. I'm like, that's hilarious.
Shout out to MG.
But yeah. And at about that same time, I got an offer in the mail through Chase, $15,000 on the business side. Okay. And again, I was so uninformed about credit. I'm like, oh my God, this is a hack. It's not in the personal side. It's not showing up. So I utilized that $15,000 for a year in my real estate business at the time, paid it off. The next year, hey, here's $30,000. Okay. Wow. Another year for free. And again, you transfer the balance. So I have 5 cards with Chase, 4 of them are useless because the 0% is ran out.
Yeah.
Okay. So went from 15, use that for a year. Next year, 30, transfer that over. Okay. So I have $30,000 for a year for free. The next year, they offer me a bigger limit because I paid them back again. Like, oh, it's the same, bank is a person. Same with you. If I'm like, hey, Herm, let me borrow $30,000 and I pay you back. Yeah, sure. I'll give you more money. Last year it was $50,000, 0%. This year is $75,000. What am I going to do in 2 weeks? I'm going to apply for another card. They'll probably give me like $25,000.
Right.
I'll move the limit to the next card. So I'll have 4 cards with pretty much $0 limits because I don't care about them. And I'll have 1 card at $100,000 for a year for free.
For 0%.
For 0%.
Come on, guys. This is. I hope you.
And
guys
you
are
just
taking
keep
notes.
you just keep going, man.
You just keep going.
And what do you think's gonna happen next year? Use it. Make more money in my business. Pay it down to 0. Hey Chase, let me have more money.
Let me have more money.
Yeah, and that's for all banks. That's Elan Financial too.
Yeah. And then you're making your deposits in the bank.
Right.
Building the relationship with them. They're always going to give you more money. And then like you said with the tiers, bank statements, taxes. Now you're talking about let me get $1 million. And make that happen. Have you funded people through SBA?
I've done a couple. It's a long process.
It's a very, very long process. It's no joke, bro.
Yeah, we had a guy, he started as a level 2. We had to build out his credit, but he had a very profitable HVAC business in San Antonio. Got him an SBA 7A for $500,000, and changed his life. He's pumped.
You still charge a 10 on that?
Not quite.
When do you cap your 10%? For anybody running a funding business, it gets to a certain level where you can't charge 10%. Like, when do you ethically be like, all right, at this point, when do you stop charging 10%?
I would say we have tiers when we check people out. We do 1 price and 10%. So we do these are just hypothetical numbers: $500 up front and 10%, or $1,000 and 7.5%. That way, you're given an option when you're closing. It's not yes or no. It's yes or yes.
Yes or yes.
Yeah, it's one of the two.
Have you noticed in your business when you're funding people that the upfront fee is a barrier?
No, absolutely not.
Really?
It's a protection for us because again, it's like if you don't charge, a lot of people don't charge any money up front, and it's like, okay, you're not going to take it serious. Also, there's no real legal grounds to my contract I'm giving you because there's no consideration. And also, we're removing all your inquiries, removing all your previous addresses. We're giving you your LexisNexis. You're joining our community.
Oh, you do all that for people to get funding?
Yeah, before they get funding. Yeah, we want to put them in the best position possible to actually get them the funding. Who's calling me right now?
Wow, that's crazy. That's the first on the pod.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that's cool. So wow, you put them through mentorship basically.
Yeah, I mean we do all the groundwork, man. We're not just shotgunning applications. It's again like all the inquiries and all bureaus, previous addresses, making sure your LLC is correct and up to date, or helping you form a new one.
And that's what the upfront fee is.
Yeah.
Taking care of all that.
Yeah, taking care of all that stuff. Yeah, because there's a lot of groundwork that they need to do. Hey, having the first consultation call, make a bank here, and here. Put deposits in here, and then they also get access to the community.
Jeez, bro.
But like from a business standpoint, is that hey, when you're spending $100,000 a month on ad spend, you need something to self liquidate the ad spend.
Yeah.
If I spend 100 G's and I'm not getting paid on that money for 4 months, it's like
you're being in a hole very quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
So this pays it right back.
Yeah.
Have you thought about doing challenges?
I haven't. I've heard about them, but I haven't educated me.
I think you would do really, really well. I think your information, no one's doing your information. So a challenge, a 3-day challenge, a 5-day challenge.
Yeah.
I'll run ads to it.
Yeah.
Right? I'll do a webinar for like 6 weeks. Every Sunday I'll do a webinar and I'll teach some great information. Right. And at the end of each webinar, I'm like, hey, I'm doing a 5-day challenge in 6 weeks, in 4 weeks, in 3 weeks. It's $97 for Gen Pop, $197 for VIP. Right. And then for those 5 days, I could bring you on to talk, but whatever. But I teach for 5 days. I mean, I give them a lot of information. The reason why I'm saying this is because the ad spend, because I'm literally doing like $100,000 off in ad spend. The tickets that I sell pay off the ad spend.
Wow.
And then at the end of it, I sell a high ticket.
Right.
7,000, 10,000, et cetera.
That's sick.
And then we're doing something in Philly next week. So like
nice.
100 people showed up. I think with your information, I think you'll do really, you'll be killer in there.
Yeah.
And you already got the subscription model. Yeah. So yeah, it'll go really, really dope. Bro, I like to end my podcast by asking a question. What does it look like in 10 years for you? But before I do, you've given so many gems, bro. I don't know if there's something in the back of your head right now. Like you have one more, like, Herm, I'm going to give you one more before I leave. Like one more bang.
Yeah.
Hey, man, here's how you make sure you do this. It'll help you get more funding by 25%. Like, is there any other thing?
There's a lot of gems that were dropped
for sure. A lot of gems were given today.
It was all gems.
Christ.
I like spoken gems.
I'm going to rewind this. I'm going to have my team watch this video. I was like, we need to do that. Yeah. We're going to add that. We need to add that. Yeah. In 10 years, bro.
Dude.
What does it look like?
I don't think in 10 years. I really don't. I don't think that far in the future. I think in years and months. I mean, I think about where I was 10 years ago. I mean, just like getting drunk in the East Village, just like running around. 10 years ago.
You couldn't imagine being here.
I couldn't imagine being here, and I can't imagine being there. I would say if you're not like thoroughly embarrassed by the person you were a year ago, you're not moving fast enough.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like I see myself last year. I'm like, what is that haircut? What is that business you're running? What is going on there?
Wow.
And I'll see this in 12 months and be like, dude, you are whack.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to talk personal before we end.
Yeah.
You're ripping and running. You travel a lot.
Yeah.
Right? How does that affect your personal life?
How do you
balance that?
Yeah.
Like, when's your downtime? When is vacation time? When do you date? How does a man that runs a multi-million-dollar business find peace? Where do you find peace?
Yeah. I like to run every day. Not every day. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I haven't ran in a couple days.
That's your therapy. It is for me too. Walking,
it's great.
And running, it's
sweating.
It's my therapy, bro. Yeah.
Meditating is really good. I met my girl 2 years ago. She was in another job. She works with me, so that's sort of packaged in. When I travel somewhere, she's usually with me, which that covers a little bit of that. And she's a client success manager at our company too, which is great. I don't know, man. I make it work. I like my life. I don't drink alcohol too, which helps me, I think, stay focused.
When'd you quit?
2021.
Really?
Right around when I met you.
What made you quit?
I just would take a month off every year. And I remember one time I was sitting around a group of ladies, honestly, and I'm like, I'm not interested in any of you guys or girls. They're whatever. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back. And I took a month off, and then I'm like, let me do another month. And I got to 3 months, and then I started meeting people who I was never an alcoholic or anything like that. And I started meeting people who had like the chips, who went to AA, which I respect. And I think they got strength through me. And I'm like, okay, now I can't drink. Because then they'll start drinking.
Oh, got it.
So I'm like, all right, let me go for a year. And now it's been like 4 years. And it's really the thought of like, I don't know if you know, like any vegetarians, they're almost like, I feel like they're scared to eat meat because their body will react.
Yeah, they're going to get sick.
Yeah. Like I'm the same way. Like, I don't know what would happen if I drank. It's been 4 years. 4 years. So
you'll definitely get sick.
Yeah.
Low key, alcohol is poison. It is what it is. Like people, they know it's not, it's poison, guys. It is what it is. Like I've drank too. Like I'm not being self-righteous about it, but it is what it is. It's a legal poison.
I've drank everything on a shelf. I've had those nights till 5 a.m. It's great.
We've done it. We've done it. I'm 44. I just don't want to do it anymore. There's no reason to do it. Are there any parting words you want to give to our guests today? Like, as you go run this multi-million-dollar business, and give us some words of advice for 2026.
Yeah. I mean, nothing crazy. I'd say, take the risk or lose the chance, dial in, focus, again, advertising, setting, closing, fulfillment. Get a mentor like Herm if that's the lane you want to stay in. What does your 10 years look like?
Oh, 10 years. My 10 year, bro, is to...
How old are your kids?
I'm 44.
Can you talk about that?
My kids are... Bella is 8. Olivia is 7. So I have babies, bro.
Okay, cool.
So
I have a cousin, Olivia. That's cool.
Yeah, so I have babies, and I'm
they're
old.
young. Okay.
Yeah, they're young.
Because I was hearing about them 5 years ago.
Right. They were babies when
truly babies.
They were truly babies. So I'm a little older now, so I have to stay healthy, right? So that's why I took my health journey really seriously, down 60 pounds this year.
I see that, man. Yeah.
So I took my health journey really serious because I want to be really healthy for them in my old age. So being healthy is super important to me. I want to exit the business. Yeah. Right. So I want to sell it for 10x whatever I'm doing right now. And then take that money and live off the interest. That's why I want to be in 10 years, right? So
you want to do that in 10 years? Okay,
I want to be gone. Yeah. Either build a new business, and because I'm into buying businesses now too. So buy a business.
We could talk about that offline.
We could talk about that offline. Yeah. So buying business. I'm looking at healthcare businesses. Yeah. flip it in 4 or 5 years, take that exit, live
Yeah.
off the interest, and just be with my family because I travel a lot.
Yeah.
So when my kids are teenagers, I want to be there for everything. That's what my 10 years look like.
Yeah, man. And you can't get that time back.
No.
Yeah. And that's the time
wait
you
till
build a
Wait
relationship.
till you have kids, bro. They always say this. It's fast.
Yeah.
It's fast. They were just babies. And now my kid talking to me is weird. Like we're having conversations and I would like stare at her because my mind wanders off that this person I created, we're having a conversation. She's like, Daddy, like I'm talking, do you hear me? I'm like, oh yeah, what? Because I'm literally can't believe Bella she has an opinion about stuff.
And probably
right?
a 800 credit score.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you already know that's part of it. E, thank you so much for coming
Thanks
and
for having
dropping
me,
these. This was great. This was a lot of information that everyone can execute. Where can they find you? Where can they get funding? They want the LexisNexis. They want the school community.
Yeah.
We're gonna put the links below. But talk to us about your Instagram. How can they get in touch?
Yeah,
with you?
the Instagram is Bowery Boy. You can follow me there. Our school community, I think it's school.com/100K. That's that. Yeah, free LexisNexis for everyone that joins, free credit repair, all my data points. We have calls every single day on different
day.
topics. Yeah, every day. Every Monday, how to fly for free. Every Tuesday, how to get a virtual assistant. Every Wednesday, I have a call tonight. I would just speak to anyone who's there. Any Thursday, what are we doing Thursday? A general credit repair call. Every Friday, how I get 50 million views every single month on my Instagram. So yeah,
Jesus
calls
Christ.
every day. Yeah,
calls every day. That's a lot.
yeah, it is
You're
a
giving
lot.
a lot for
Well, I don't
$97.
host all of them.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
Neither do
yeah,
I.
yeah.
But that's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
well,
amazing.
they have to get the value to go to the
go
next level.
And what's the next level?
What's the next level? I mean, business funding and to be honest, it's like it's always changing. But obviously, the next level is, hey, I can give you the data points, but maybe you want to work with my team to actually get you business funding because you can give someone the information, but you might not have the relationships or the data points, or you don't know what to say on the phone. That's all sort of the next package. And some people, they have particular scenarios. Like people are like, oh, I want to launch a business funding company, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to provide solutions to problems you don't have. It's like, tell me what your problems are first. Tell me what bottlenecks you have in your business, and then I'll sort of work one-on-one with people for various business things.
I love it. It. You're an entrepreneur. You're a scholar. Bro, Happy New Year, man.
Dude, Happy New Year, man.
10x whatever you thought you was going to do this year. I appreciate you.
Ooh, I don't know.
No, I got to speak that into you, bro.
Yeah,
That's going to happen.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
You don't know what rooms you're going to walk into, and you're like, oh, my God, it really happened.
True, man.
It's all about the rooms we're walking into.
Cool. Herman,
thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Execute Podcast. I am the Haitian CEO. I'll talk to you soon.
Peace.